With us again today is Jack Wires, family and elder law of Mid-Michigan. Jack, before we went on air, you were talking about this is such a great time of year. Why is that?
Well, obviously it's the holidays and they're here, and I think this year we'll all be able to spend more time with our family than maybe we have been the last couple of years.
Yeah.
But it sounds kind of odd, but it's a great time of year while the family's together to start talking about some of the difficult things that families maybe haven't been able to talk to and have become a little bit more important to talk about since COVID arrived.
Yeah.
So to have some of those conversations about just family issues and making sure that everybody's got their affairs in order.
About the reality of life that none of us wants to talk about, but it's real.
Yeah.
See,
yeah.
It helps to have probably an intermediary because I'm too okay, this is how this is going to go, people, so we need to be prepared. That's not always the best approach. Maybe a gentler hand would be helpful.
Right.
So what sort of things should people talk about when they get together with family?
Well, one of our kind of mottos, our motto is where family matters. And what we try to do is to help people develop plans to kind of keep the family glued together. And a lot of that just deals with communication and having those difficult conversations. Yeah. And then memorializing it in writing. So there's a big part of what we do. And so we try to talk to people about personal freedom and financial freedom, because you've got your care and custody that we've got to deal with, about how you want to be cared for if something were to happen to you, how you want your kids to be cared for, how you want your parents to be cared for, or how they want to be cared for, who can care for them, all those kind of things. And to start having those conversations with your family members, so that, because oftentimes family members want their sibling to be the guardian for their young children, or the parents expect the kids to quit their jobs and come care for them, or maybe they just haven't even thought about that.
Yeah.
And then the financial piece of where the money goes, how the money gets managed, all those kind of things if something were to happen to somebody. So it's, all those conversations, and they are difficult, but we have some tools and some things that some tips on how to start those conversations. Yeah. We also have a tool called the estate planning stress test, which is a really good conversation starter.
Yeah.
Those are things that we try to offer up to people so that as the holidays are here and we have the family together, we can kind of lead into those conversations. And one of the easiest things to do is to talk about celebrity stories, because we've all heard some of the celebrity horror stories about estate planning.
Yeah.
That seems to lighten the mood and at least get the conversation started without it being so heavy.
Yeah, and again, so hard. Are there issues of concern that come up? What do you do next?
So what I was, as I was just saying, I think if somebody wants to just pick up the phone and call our office, we can send them a list of tips that they can use to get the thing started. We can send emails out to get the estate planning stress test to the family members, to start thinking about those things and get the conversation started.
Got to have that conversation. Jack, always good seeing you. Take care.
All right, happy holidays, Deb.